You're fucking when you were 22, nobody gave a shit about you.
You know what I was doing at 22.
And listen, I was married when I was.
Right.
I got married when I was 18. I had to build myself up to the person I am today.
Yes.
Nobody helped me out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm still building myself as a man.
What about those women that say, "Well, you didn't get where you were because you were married for over 2 decades." Right?
I was married for about 28 years.
28 years.
I've been divorced for about 2 years. So now that I'm 49,
but she didn't play a role in that. She wasn't somebody that helped you out.
Listen, I say that all the time. My ex-wife today is my business partner.
Right.
So it's like, so my point is I do not undervalue women. I love women. I think women are amazing. I think men rule the world, but it's the reason why we live is because of women. You know, so I don't want it to become like this is, I'm like, you know, misogyny, you know, how women like to say that because, you know, basically misogyny is the hatred of women. I don't hate women. I freaking love women. I adore women. I love the company of women. I love feminine energy. Don't you? Do you like feminine energy? I love feminine energy. Right?
I'm addicted to it.
I think as men we all are.
Yeah.
We all, but
like, I like talking to women. I like being around women. Of course, that's clear.
Exactly. So my point is, Furb, is we have to build ourselves up, right? Like I like a particular woman now that I'm you know single, right?
What do you mean by a particular woman? You have a type? Is that what you say?
Yeah. So me personally,
you mind sharing that type?
No. So me personally, I tend to date younger women, you know, between 25, 27, 28, whatever, around that area, about that age.
25 to 30.
No older than 30, I would say. For
so
something
you ain't
serious.
dating no girl. It don't matter what she got going on. She 30, you not dating.
Listen, man. Let's say if I meet a woman and she has a child, this is just me being honest. She better be a 15 and a half. You know, because
so hold on. She got to be over 30. I mean under 30, and she better not have a child.
I mean, I would not date a woman.
Why? Why you say that?
Or I would have to really think about it. Let's just say that she would have to be a very, very special woman because, listen, it goes against human biology. Why should I take care of somebody else's children? Why? That's not my DNA. That's not me. That's not me, right? So these are the things that we don't like to talk about in society, but this is true. Like equality. Listen, I think
some people gonna think you being barbaric. They like, hold on, man, that sounds like some animal in the wild shit. You know when they go and kill the baby that the mate had before, and before they come in and take over, because they don't want nothing to do with that mate's female's child. It happens in a lot of.
But we are animals.
We are animals. I agree.
Okay, but listen, but the studies indicate that women can get over men a lot faster. Why is that? Because a long time ago, if I went into your neighborhood or into your village, I would kill all the men. Women don't want to die. They're like, yeah, I don't want to die. I'm just gonna go with you. That's why. That's evolutionary psychology. That's been built into them, right?
Yeah.
It's so everything. So we think that we're these special creatures. We're not. We're fucking humans. We think the same way. Most men have been surveyed, and they're like, "What kind of woman do you like?" Between 18 to let's say 70 years old. Most men prefer women between 18 and 24 years old. That's it.
Right. Now, what about if you was with a woman and you got with her at, let's say you got with her at your situation. You got married
My
at
ex-wife
18.
was 21, I was 18.
21. So what about them people that's like, so what, you just drop her when she turned 40 something?
No, as a matter of fact, most men that are in this, you know, in the six figures, they stay married. You notice how fucking Bill Gates stayed married forever.
Yeah, he did.
Most people that make in the six figures tend to stay together.
Because they become their partner. They become their business partner.
That too, but if it doesn't work out for Furby, those men are afraid that they know they're going to lose half.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what happened to Bezos.
Shit.
Right?
You going to lose half, though.
So now she's the richest woman in the world.
Yeah. Damn. Ain't that crazy? I always thought that was the biggest flex in the world. That Jeff Bezos was so fucking rich when his wife divorced him. She became the richest woman in the world. God damn. That's fucking crazy. The motherfucker was so fucking rich that when his wife divorced him, she became the richest woman in the world.
It's unbelievable.
That is the craziest flex I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, so no, of course not. I'm just saying, me, as a single man now, why do I have the fear of dating women my age? Because honestly, Ferb, I don't want to date a woman that's been through so many relationships, so many heartbreaks, because the studies also indicate that if a woman has been with a lot of men, she's not going to be able to pair bond with me.
Well,
That's the differences between men and women. Men can be with a lot of women and it doesn't affect them. And I'm not going to say you're whatever, man. I could love a woman. I could love a woman with all my heart. I would be willing to die for her. If I have a sex with another woman, I will still love that woman unconditionally. I will still love her, right? I can separate between love and sex. We can do that as men because
you don't think women can do that? If they do, then you don't want them.
I don't want them. But why is it? Listen, women they say this all the time. They say, how come it's okay for a man to have many women, and for women that are that have been with many men? Why is that bad? It's bad because you cannot secure paternity. You cannot secure paternity. If you have a woman that you can't secure paternity, why would you want to be with that woman? If you know that if she's carrying a child, you don't really know if that's your child, right? You have to be certain. But a woman.
But they said, well, it's 2022, P. You can get a DNA test.
It is 2022, but this is the way that we.
Because there's some dudes that don't mind. I know dudes, P, that do not mind their girl going around doing what they want to do. Okay. I know. Oh, I don't know them, but I've heard of them.
Okay, well, they're simps. They're simps.
They simps.
So why would you want...
Hold on. What is a simp? For those people that don't know.
I guess a simp is somebody that's basically at the whims and demands of whatever a woman says. Like, yes, honey, whatever you want, honey. How much money do you want? It's like, no. It's like, we have certain standards as men. It's like, if I'm with, come on, you have it.
Yeah.
Your woman's not going to be with other men. Is she?
No, sir.
That's unacceptable.
No, sir.
We, as men, we find that disgusting. It's disgusting for, and that's the first thought that comes to mind.
I can understand exactly that thought that come to mind. And see, this is not an opinion thing. This is how we feel. At least me and you. Like
most men.
that wouldn't feel good at all. It would feel disgusting.
And it also, listen, studies also say, or this is what people are talking about. Jordan Peterson speaks of this. Many clinical psychologists speak of this. When a woman connects with a man that she respects and admires, she doesn't want to have sex with other men. She doesn't.
So what about those times? Okay, what happens when she's like that, right? And then over time, she does open up to more men after a while. Did she get bored? Did she fall out of that?
She's losing respect for you,
She's lost
man.
respect. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So that and a lot of times, do you feel that's throwing the responsibility of the man to keep his respect, or is that?
I think it is. Because that's what I say. It's like,
okay.
Men are the leaders and women follow.
So there's responsibility in these roles you're talking about. And see, a lot of people, I know you, P. So a lot of people could easily say, oh, he's a misogynist and this and that.
Absolutely not.
What you're saying is there's roles. And one, if I'm going to be in this role where I have to keep working day in and day, you say status, but it's respect. To earn your respect. To earn whatever the fuck we're doing together. It's my responsibility. It's not just I'm a leader, shut up and do what the fuck I say. I gotta keep you. It's just like when we was in the military, bro. If you're in charge of a squad, if you ain't got your shit going on, bro, ain't nobody trying to follow your fucking lead, bro. And I say this all the time. The difference between a leader and an influencer is a leader knows where he's going. Yeah. A lot of dudes are influencing these women, for real, and run a game on them, but they not really leading them in no type of fucking direction, bro. And they have no clear what a vision is. So I like how you said that, bro. Like, you can lose the respect of your woman, but that's your responsibility to keep that respect.
For sure.
That's real, dog. That's some real shit.
And it's the same thing, man. Listen, I go out with a woman. I pay. I open the door for her. I open the door when she gets in the car. When she gets out of the car.
Every time?
Every single time.
I know, I see you.
When she gets out of the car, I always tell the woman, stay in the car, I'm going to get the door for you. I open the door. If we go out to eat, and we go eat, and she has to go to the bathroom, I stand up. When she comes back, I stand up. There's a certain respect.
But that's cultural customs. We both been in a bunch of different cultures, bro.
Listen, and I'm a traditionalist. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's like women want traditional men. Well, that's fine. You can want a traditional man. Well, I want a traditional woman, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think women are losing themselves today, thinking they.
But Pete, do you want a woman right now? This at me asking you right now. I know you want woman company, but do you want that?
I have a woman right now. Okay. I have a good woman right now.
Okay,
I have an and as a matter of fact, my woman, she's boss. She owns a couple of businesses.
Shout out to
You know
her.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when she comes home, she's submissive to me. Now, does it mean I put her in a cage? Absolutely not. I treat her like a princess.
Yeah.
But she cooks for me. She cleans. She's a feminine woman. I mean, what's wrong with being a feminine woman?
I have nothing against it. But in the world we live in, we got women that weren't born women. We got women that like other women. We got women that want to. What about those people? Are they wrong, or that's just you saying like, nah, that's just
yeah,
not
but those women still have gender roles. I mean, even in two females, you still have the one that's the macho, right? You definitely do, and you still have gender roles, even in those roles. Even with two homosexual men, you still have one that's more macho than the other. You definitely have that. Even with that, you have gender roles.
So this applies for just any type of sexual, intellectual, and business relationship.
Listen,
all three in together.
I think so, man. I think a masculine trait. Listen, Jeff Bezos didn't become Jeff Bezos because he sat on his ass. That guy's a fucking animal. I mean, he's an animal.
That's the dog.
Guys that are high value men, they work all the time. Like they never stop. They never stop working.
They don't know about the 34-hour club I was telling you about. The 34-hour club. That's what I call us.
Mm-hmm.
We got an extra 10 hours. Just tell yourself that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. Just tell yourself that if you don't understand it.
Exactly. So yeah, man. So this is just basic stuff. I mean, you don't think with what's going on in the world today? I mean, look at the women today, man. I mean, you have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right?
What's that? What the fuck does that got to do with anything? His dudes can get on OnlyFans.
Are men making the same kind of money that women are making on OnlyFans? Come on, man. I mean,
I don't have an OnlyFans account.
Furby,
that's what Reddit is.
There's a girl on 90 Day. I think it was 90 Day. Yeah, she's selling her farts on a jar.
She's selling her farts in a jar. What you talking about, bro?
Have you heard of that? There's literally a woman that is selling her farts in a jar to men.
And they buying that shit.
And they're buying it. I mean, feet. I mean, you know, guys that are into like feet. Women that are into, larger women, chubby chasers, right? How come for us it's different? For the most part, we like women to be beautiful, feminine, right? Curvaceous, right? I mean, you get to those niches. Of course, there's niches in men, but for the most part, we have the same beauty standards. All men, we pretty much have the same. We know what beautiful is, right?
What is beautiful?
I mean, what is beautiful? I mean, look at any, I guess, supermodel. Look at any attractive woman. The ratio of her hips, the size of her